My next video in the college series is all about picking the right school. And for many of you out there, you're about to embark on the college tour trips to go look and check out schools. And so you may be wondering, how do I pick the right school for me? When looking at a school, I want you to think about three C's: campus, classes, and career. And the reason I want you to focus on those three is because that's how you're going to choose the right school for you. Let's talk about campus first. The most important thing about a campus is, does it have what you want? Some people want to live in a city. Some people want to live on a lush 25-acre college campus with lawns and different activities. Those are the things that I want you to really put down on a piece of paper and figure out, what do you want? Do you like the city feel? Do you like a suburban feel? Do you like a rural feel? There are colleges that are out in cornfields. So you really have to think about, where do you find yourself being most comfortable studying? Because you're going to spend 4 years in that environment, and it needs to be comfortable for you. The second part of finding the school for you is all about classes. And I know that a lot of students don't really understand how to pick a school based on academics, but I can put my own personal experience in, and I certainly recommend this to you. When I went to go look at schools, I toured probably about 10 different colleges. And I was able to, because of my father, who happened to be somebody who just talked to everybody, we talked to a lot of students, and we actually sat in on 2 classes while I was there at the school that I eventually chose. And the reason that I chose the school was, one, because the students themselves were very friendly. And then the classes that we sat in on were extremely interesting and intriguing. And so my mind started to get kind of imaginary and said, I think I might like being here, learning in this environment. And what you have to remember is that college is not for partying. College is for learning. Whatever you learned in high school, now you're going to step it up to another level. Professors in college are not going to give you excuses. They're not going to let you get away with the things that you got away with in high school. You don't do your homework, no one cares. You don't turn in a paper, no one cares. You don't show up to class, no one cares, because you're paying for it. So if you want to pay to throw your money down the drain, the college and university are very happy with that, because they're getting paid for you to do nothing, and they're still going to get paid. If you have a college loan on top of that, this is really a big waste of money and time. So really think about what you want to do in college, and then I would choose a school that has the programs that you want. That brings us to the last C, which is career. And you may not know what you want to do at the age of 17 or 18, and some students are doing gap years, so they're going to school at 19 or 20 to start. You may not know what you want to do for the rest of your life, and that's totally fine. In fact, my recommendation for anybody that gets out of school is just take the best job you can get, because you're probably not going to be there that long anyway, and it's all experience. So my recommendation when you're looking at a college, when you're talking about career, is find a place where you're going to be able to do a lot of experiences, whether that be on campus or off campus. In my experience, I was able to do on-campus opportunities and off-campus opportunities, which gave me a broad foundation of what I thought I wanted. And I entered college thinking that I was going to be an attorney. So I went pre-law into school. But through 2 internships that I did, every attorney that I spoke to had told me, and they had been in the industry for 20 years, if I could have done it differently, I would have. I don't like my job. So for somebody who was 18 years old, listening to somebody in their 40s regret the last 20 years of their career, I kind of second guessed myself and went, maybe I don't want to be an attorney. No one seems happy. And so I went in another route. I went the journalism broadcast route. And I was able to get internships because I went to school in Boston at a number of radio stations and TV stations, and then I also got involved in the journalism program on campus. And so I wrote for the newspaper, I was on the television station, and I was a broadcaster on radio. So I was able to do all the things that I wanted to do in terms of pursuing my career. I want to end this video on a very important note, and that's because if you're looking at colleges now, you have to also kind of project out 4 years from now in terms of when you actually do graduate and what you're going to do when you get a job. I have the advantage of looking at resumes of college graduates and kind of saying, okay, well, do they have the right skills? Do they have the right experience? I know that you're coming out of school, so would I hire somebody coming out of school with no experience? Well, you're coming out of school. I don't expect you to have experience. But what I do expect is for you to have pursued something. And so your resume needs to lay out that you didn't just go to class, that you went to class and you tried something. So having an internship where you actually did something at that internship means a lot more to me on a resume than it would if you just did the internship and were a gopher. The last point is really an important point, and I want you to understand that going to college is about building a resume. You have to get a job, obviously, after you get out of college. And so whenever I looked at resumes of new people coming out, I didn't expect you to have a laundry list of experiences because you were in college. There's an expectation that a new college graduate is going to have a short resume. But what I was looking for were opportunities in that resume that it was more than you just went to class. And so many students miss the opportunities while in college. There are many types of internships that companies will give you because you are a college student. And so you have to apply. You have to get yourself out there. My suggestion is during those summers, if you need to work and try to get an internship. So if you can get a night job and you can do an internship during the day, I highly recommend it because everything that you do will matter once you put your resume together. And don't just do the internship where you listen to the boss and you just do the very, very minimal. Don't do that. Get involved. You talk to everybody that you can. Get their names, get their emails, get their titles. You need to start building a network now while you're in school, and then when you get out of school, it will show up on your resume.